Meteorologist Maria Ruiz, so much happening across the country, but I think all eyes are for us, rather, is in terms of what's happening right now with Beryl now downgraded to a tropical storm, and then us feeling the rain here in North Texas.
Right, feeling the rain in North Texas today, and then those temperatures ramp up in the next several days, Cleo. We didn't even have time to touch base on what's happening in the west, which is record heat.
Right.
In Las Vegas,
a lot
too.
happening.
So there's so much happening, but yes, we're going to focus on Beryl because that's what it is impacting North Texans today. Here is a look at our radar, and I've taken a zoom in here. This is across Dallas, Fort Worth, but it is including Collin and Denton County as well. And I'm showing you this because it's interesting how these bands of rain are moving in. They're moving from east to west, and it's because that's the direction that Beryl is moving in when we're talking about the bands of rain moving in. I did see a little bit of lightning in northern Collin County as this pushes towards, basically this specific band pushes towards the northwest. This is what Cedar Hill looks like. Our camera here is elevated, but it does a good, really gives you a good idea of how much moisture is in the air. You can see the cloud cover just spanning across the entire region. 77. Feeling like 79 there. Here's a wide view of our satellite and radar. There's that band of rain I was just zoomed in on, and really the bulk of the rain still across portions of east and in southeast Texas. That's where the remnants of Beryl now are, and we'll continue to watch this. But Beryl, currently center of circulation still in southeast Texas, just to the southeast of College Station. This is still considered a tropical storm. As of an hour and a half ago, we got the update, and Tropical Storm Beryl does continue with max sustained winds of 70 miles per hour, 90 mile per hour wind gusts. This is moving to the northeast. The center of it is moving to the northeast at about 13 miles per hour. This is still to the northwest of Houston after making its third landfall near Matagorda Bay sometime around 4 this morning as a Category 1 storm with max winds of 80 miles per hour. The first landfall it had, I need to remind you, was a week ago along the Windward Islands, and then last week again near the Yucatan Peninsula, just to the northeast of Tulum. Now we're looking at the impacts in Texas, 60 mile per hour wind gusts in Houston at the last check. Now that is why the tropical storm warnings continue across a big portion of southeast Texas on top of the flood concern there. The flood watch does extend into North Texas, so this is what's impacting us. This includes Navarro, Kaufman, Hunt County towards the east until 7 on Tuesday, and it's because of the track of Beryl. So the center of circulation is going to skim our eastern counties. The right-hand side of the track, generally where we see our heaviest rain, and we're going to be really watching that because this could shift a county or two here, but for the most part, it does stay to the east, eventually moving into the Midwest. Okay, here's another wide view of Beryl because I'm going to show you how this is going to look like on our timecast. This is Monday, taking you closer to 1 in the afternoon. You see that big batch of rain moving in along our eastern counties. We could still see some of these bands kind of linger into DFW. Look at this. This is between 5 and 6 in the afternoon. You see one of those bands working its way in, and that's what we're going to be watching. We're going to be watching for these rounds of heavy rain moving in across the Metroplex, but a bulk of the rainfall and the more consistent rainfall is going to be in Kaufman, Hunt County towards the east, and that's again through this evening. This is now Monday at 10. You still see that rain kind of pouring in across Hunt County near Canton, Mineola towards the northeast, and at about midnight we'll start to really see a lot of this thin out, and then we're dry for tomorrow morning. We could pick up anywhere between ½ an inch to 1 inch of rainfall, and that's going to be a really drastic cutoff. We're going to see 1 inch closer towards eastern Dallas County, Collin, Rockwall County, but closer to 2 inches for Kaufman, Hunt County. Higher amounts 2 to 5+ inches of rain along portions of East Texas. And then after that, we're looking at a quiet rest of the week with our temperature just going up into the mid 90s here over the next several days, upper 90s and dry over the weekend, and even some triple digits added in for next week, Cleo.
All right, Marielle, thank you so much.